Hey, what's up? This is me and Robert, and this is my another installment of Eat, Sleep, Play, Talk Wrestling, Repeat. And the game I'm playing is Grand Theft Auto 5, and it's for PS4. The topic is I'm going to talk about is CM Punk interview, which he did with Cole Cabana for the podcast Art of Wrestling. And my personal opinion about the interview and what my thoughts of it. It was a 2 hour interview. It was close to 2 hour interview, and CM Punk opened up everything from his health, his frustrations, and a lot of ideas he shoot out towards Vince McMahon, but it was either shot down or it was been taken away. And when I heard it, and my thought is like, wow, like this a lot of stuff CM Punk brought up. It would have worked on the program, either on any kind of pay-per-views or mostly WrestleMania, because I think during that his WrestleMania run he wanted to be in the main event, because I guess that's what Vince McMahon promised him when he dropped the belt to The Rock, in which CM Punk brought up it was a poor idea and he rather hold the title being counted out and it will be closely to 500 days, in which I would be fine, having him CM Punk hold the title for 500 days, in which made the title more valuable to it. But the idea of being shot down, I mean, CM Punk give out a lot of ideas from he want to do a different look. He come out with shorts with a lot of sponsors. Because during that time when he did a promo, tons of people want to interview with him, like the GQ magazines, a lot of podcasts, and even an endorsement deal he even gotten, and he want to bring that to WWE. That would bring more profit not for him, but for the boys and for WWE. But Vince McMahon shot that down. Then a year later, we see him Brock Lesnar. He come in with his shorts with a lot of sponsors logo on it. I guess when Brock Lesnar did his run at UFC, he got like a tons of long deal term with the sponsor, endorsement deals, I guess. I wish that made more sense, but it would be cool if CM Punk did it and Brock Lesnar did it, and that would bring more profit towards WWE. Um, he talked about how he didn't get paid for his royalty checks, because after he left WWE he supposed to get paid, but they didn't, because they started holding out, and that's where CM Punk bring his lawyer, just to get paid. And that's where you see the 2K Sports tweet CM Punk saying if we got your attention. CM Punk responds, I got your attention, I'm getting paid. In which I enjoy playing CM Punk for WWE 2K15. And a lot of things he brought up, but mostly his health and how bad his body was holding up. Because the most eye opener was he had a full blown staph infection, where he have a large lump, I guess on his hip or the lower part of his body. Because when he showed it to the doctor told him like how long you have it, and CM Punk responds he had for 3 months, and the doctor said you should have been dead. And that is showing that how poorly CM Punk was treated by the WWE medical staff. But I guess after the interview, the people who hear the interview, the WWE responds that we get the best medical staff in the world, blah 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 blah. That's not true, but CM Punk he got the proof, and that just showed that he been mistreated of a very very scary situation that should have taken care of a long time ago. But the medical staff pushed it to the side and gave him a bunch of antibiotic that led him, have an accident in the middle of the ring when he fought. I think he fought Dean Ambrose on SmackDown, I think last year. So it is shown that WWE don't care about a certain superstar, and that made you think that if CM Punk get treated that badly, I can imagine other superstar who got injured or who try recovery get treated, poorly a little bit. And then and the other idea what CM Punk brought up was he brought up the Shield. his version of the Shield, we brought up Chris Hero, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins. But Vince McMahon and Triple H had his own idea of bringing Roman Reigns from FCW, and that's where today, or should I say, a long time ago, we were seeing that version of the Shield, in which they had a successful run. But the CM Punk version was pretty awesome. Have Chris Hero and Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins join up with CM Punk for that heel stable of the Shield until he fought the Undertaker for a WrestleMania match. And a lot of things we didn't know as a wrestler fan. All this time we thought CM Punk left and he didn't return to WrestleMania 30, but it turned to find out he was suspended for 2 months, and it'll lead up to his termination, his fire during his wedding day. So that's we know about CM Punk. And I read a lot of comments on YouTube while I watched the interview videos. It was kind of like split 50-50, people who support him, like myself, I support CM Punk, and others, they they still look him as a quitter. That's their opinion. You know, yeah, I wish I would say something, but I'm gonna try to keep this, very professional, keep it open-minded about that. But people who don't, like CM Punk because he's a quitter, fuck him. But anyway, but CM Punk, he spoke the truth, and when you think about it, like, damn, he went through all that stuff, still hurt, feel frustrated. During that time, he was a WWE champion. He outsell his merchandise, sell much more merchandise than John Cena. But to me, he doesn't get that much respect from WWE, from Vince McMahon, from Triple H, and even from the writers. But at the same time, CM Punk tried, to help out WWE when during the Royal Rumble match for this year, when Rusev come around doing his debut, CM Punk, told him, say, go out there, make a name for yourself, because WWE is not going to help you because they don't care about you. You gotta make a name for yourself, and that's the reason why Rusev become the United States champion right now. And not only that, CM Punk talked about Ryback and how dangerous wrestler to work with, because he had his rib broken by Ryback. He had been, injured by Ryback, and he put in a dangerous situation by Ryback. And that's what lead, after the interview, that will lead Ryback, respond back to CM Punk. He said, I guess he had a little picture of that bunch of Ryback action figures surrounded with CM Punk. You probably look it up on Twitter to see what I'm talking about, but it was kind of a little bit, feedback, I guess, towards the comments about what CM Punk said. But okay. But as a CM Punk fan, at the moment when you say he retired, this was before the interview, when you say he retired and he want to do something else different, as a fan, I respect that. What he did for WWE, it was kind of like, Hall of Fame status. He was a former World Heavyweight Champion, former WWE Champion, ECW Champion, Intercontinental Champion, World Tag Team Champion. But in WWE, they don't show him that much respect. But I know all other fans, they pay tons of respect for this man. I got a bunch of CM Punk T-shirts from Best in the World to Best Since Day One, and my personal favorite, CM Punk Need to Face T-shirt, kind of like Mark and Rock. And to this day, I still rock that shirt almost every week. Well, not every week, but sometimes. But but back to the interview, when he talked about WWE, and the pain, the frustration, and his health, it's an eye opener, and I'm glad he opened up about it. I'm glad he talked to the fans, what's really going on behind the scenes, and how he almost died, without any proper care. And it's really shown that, it might be the biggest stage in a wrestling world, but it's still it's kind of like the way I see it, it's kind of like the Wizard of Oz of wrestling. You know, the front it might be nice and like glitz to glamour, you get paid, but behind curtains it's kind of like politics, poisonous environment. You know, certain people didn't get pushed, certain people didn't get that. That main event status and been held down, and just focus on a certain superstar like John Cena. And to me, it is kind of like unfair for WWE, or should I say, it's unfair to the star. And I guess that's why a bunch of pro wrestling fans didn't take WWE serious right now. So that's my thought about it. Well, the video about to end, and just leave like a like button or leave a comment. Give me your feedback. What's your thought about CM Punk interview? Well, until next time, I see you guys later. Bye.